Hi, I'm Dr. E again. So today I want to discuss another topic, another question commonly asked by a lot of parents. So the question sounds like this. So why did my child get worse after implementing certain diet interventions? All right. So yes, regression or it get worse after starting a diet protocol is something we do see in some children, especially in autism and other special needs. But it does not always mean that the diet is wrong, but it does mean something in the process need to be reviewed carefully. Okay, so what are the common reasons or common causes? First, die-off reaction. This is a very common early on reaction. Okay, so for example, when certain food are removed, like sugar, gluten, and casein, or certain supplements are started or added, okay, what happened that this bad bacteria or yeast may die off. So in this process, it releasing a lot of toxin in the gut and absorb into the blood circulations. So the possible sign, okay, of your child is irritability or aggression, hyperactivity, emotional outbursts, poor sleep, less focus, temporary worsening of stimming or behavior changes. Okay, this die-off reaction usually happens between 1 to 3 weeks. So you're going to get worse first before it get better. All right. Second cause is sudden removal of comfort food like gluten, dairy, sugar. Yeah, I think a lot of child or even adult like us, we love sugar very much. So gluten and casein, dairy product and sugar act like a opioid-like compound in the brains. Okay, so what happened that sudden removal will cause a condition called opioid withdrawal like effect, like crying, anxiety, mood unstable, reduced engagement, or tantrums or agitations. For example, you are removing a sugar from the diet. Okay, so what happened that your child will get all this withdrawal effect. All right. So then the third cause will be nutrient imbalance or sudden calorie drops. So many diet protocol are very restrictive. So if you do not plan it properly, the child may get too little of calorie, too little of mineral like iron, zinc, B vitamin, magnesium, or protein. This can lead to fatigue, lethargy, poor attention, mood changes, and sleep disturbance. Okay, now some other cause like the gut is not ready yet, meaning that if your child is already having gut inflammations, presented with constipation, reflux, dysbiosis, bacterial overgrowth, so sudden diet changes alone may stress the system. So it can show signs like worsening of sleep, worsening of abdomen pain, worsening of constipations, worsening of loose stool, bloating, and behavior changes, etc. Okay, so and lastly, sudden change of diet or implementing a new diet, it could actually stress your child, which actually trigger anxiety, meltdown, shutdown, and withdrawal. Okay, so what parents can do now, right? Don't panic. First, don't panic. All right. So observe, okay, for the regressions, observe for the behavior changes, write down in the journal the time, the duration. So what are the food that you have actually started or implement? Okay, write down in the journal. All right. Then second thing, slow down the protocol. All right. For example, you can reduce the numbers of changes at once. Okay. So meaning that if you are doing a gluten, casein, sugar-free, you don't need to do all at one go. You can start with gluten first, then followed by casein or followed by sugar later on. All right. And if you are doing supplementation, so you try to avoid adding new supplements during regressions or relook again on the supplements and try to identify which are the supplements could actually trigger the changes during this diet intervention. Okay, then Last, what you can do is review again all the nutritions and the diet intervention. Okay, why? Make sure that your child get enough of calorie, adequate proteins. Very important is a key mineral like iron, zinc, magnesium, and B complex. All right. Then always work with your professional, or always work with your dietitians or medical doctor who are actually well versed in dietary interventions. Okay, so remember that parents, regression is a signal, it's not a failure. All right, so many children who regress temporarily after dietary changes may go on improving after that. All right, so the protocol it just need to be adjusted. Okay, when the gut stabilize, the nutrient needs are met, your child will start to improve. Okay, so regression is a reaction. It's nothing that it cause harm to your child. Okay, I hope it helps. Okay, we see you again in the next discussion. Bye.